Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my August setup plan with me, month view, dashboard, and notes pages. Okay, so we jumped ahead a little bit because I lost a little bit of footage. So I've already put down the header sticker, the sidebar sticker, and the skinny washi at the bottom. I also wanted to let you know before I forget that on August the 8th, on Amanda's Favorites channel, she is going to share our planner chat that we did via Zoom a few weeks back, and it was so much fun. So I hope you will watch that on her channel on August the 8th. So I'm going to put down the numbers and be right back. What a difference a little color makes. Well, especially if you're starting with a non-colorful planner like I am. And I really just enjoy having my own signature look for each month instead of the same thing every month, because I kind of get tired if I have the same theme every month, even if the theme is beautiful. Okay, do you want to see a sneak peek? Because in part of the footage that I lost, I showed you a sneak peek of October's kit, which is coming out. You may have seen September already, but here it is. September is already in my shop. These are the colors for September, and these are the month view stickers, and these are the dashboard and notes page stickers, and a bit of deco that I did a little differently than how I have been in the past, and a freebie. That's called September Lavender. And then I'm working on October. I don't have all of it yet, but this is the gist of it. So the main theme is going to be these cool looking pumpkins for the header. And so this is the color palette, the sidebar, and the rest of the month view stickers. Still working on October, so it's not in the shop yet. But September is, and I just wanted to let you know what I'm working on in case you're shopping around already for October. I'll go ahead and put payday stickers down, but after that, I think we're going to go onto the dashboard, and then I'll come back and place some events when the dashboard is finished. So I like to take a little bit of cash here, put it with the payday sticker like that, pair them, and then put them like this with the money sort of sticking out at the top of the day. This one's going to be kind of the mint green, and another payday. Put it together. Like that. Okay, so there is clearly a whole lot more to do with this month view, but let's go on over to the dashboard and set that up as well. We'll come back to the month view, but I don't know, my brain is kind of going toward the dashboard right now. So here is the big box at the bottom, which I decided last month to give it a try using the big box for memory keeping instead of my challenge of the month. And as of right now, I'm still going to do that. But I used to make this my challenge of the month. This remains my book of the month box. You guys are really probably going to roll your eyes at how I chose my book of the month for August when I tell you about that. It's an odd way to choose your book of the month, but we're just going to see how it goes. And then a little header here. Then this is where I'm putting my challenge of the month. That used to just be like household goals, and this was financial goals. So my financial goals have moved completely over to the monthly. It's not really goals, it's financial tasks like bills to pay. That has moved over to the sidebar in the monthly view. This is the quote of the month now, at least in my case. And this is my challenge of the month, which sort of incorporates the household goals. So I've moved things around, but I'm really doing all the same stuff, just in a slightly different way. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got to put the big box down first. I love these flowers. I love that one. This kit is called August Garden, and it's in my Etsy shop called Plan Sarah Plan. And the reason I went with all these flowers is because around here, August is like super hot, and I am really tired of summer by the time we get to the end of August. And so I wanted to tone down the heat vibes, like use softer shades instead of like sunshiny shades of yellow and stuff like that. I wanted to just kind of cool it off a little bit visually, since it won't be cool temperaturely. It will not be. Okay, so this is going to be the quote of the month, and I'll put one of these little, let's put yellow down, because the inner box here is kind of this butter yellow. And quote of the month is right here. On the September sheet, I've rearranged where some of these things are. And I've also shrunk challenge of the month to be more like these others. It was big before because I always used it down here in the big box. Okay, so this is my memories. That one's right here. And I think I even made this one a little bit bigger in the September kit. I can't remember, actually. I'll have to double check that. But this is my memories, and it's where I'm just going to put little photos and things. This is my prayer of the month page. It used to be my memory verse page. Now I put the memory verses here just because the tab makes it quicker flipping directly to that. I forgot to put the book of the month thing down, the header. Maybe I should wait until I actually print out the book. Let's hold off on that. So I use one of these on my prayer of the month page and one on the memory verses page. And prayer of the month is right here. There are going to be 4 verses, so I do have an extra heart. And maybe I'll use one of those with the prayer of the month. But this looks pretty good just like that. Also, do you notice the change of font with the August kit? I have changed fonts, and I'm going to stick with that probably for the rest of the year. I didn't change it with July, which I probably should have. This is the font that I had been using all through the previous year. All the same components, but I did change the fonts. Then we'll just do a very simple header for memory verses. And we are going to actually write those memory verses in so you can see what they are if you so choose. I know some of you like to use the same memory verses. If you like to do memory verses, you could also use the YouVersion app. That one gives you a verse of the day every single day. And I try to memorize one verse per week, so I don't have a new one every single day. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the book of the month. Here it is. So the funny story is how I chose it. When my niece was in town a few weeks ago, she wanted to go to the bins at Goodwill. So I go into that in another video if you want to know what the bins are. But anyway, this was a book that was seemingly brand new, didn't even seem to have been read in one of the bins. And I know that Bethany House is like a Christian publisher. By the looks of this, I thought it was going to be like an Amish thing, but when I looked into it a little bit more, she's from Norway, and I don't even know what her character's name is, but it's about a family who moves from Norway and settles in the American West in the late 1800s. And I looked up this book to see what people thought about it. It gets good reviews. The Audible version of it does not get good reviews for the narrator. So if you like Audible, check out that narrator before you use one of your credits on it, because you may, actually, I found this out. This and another one by the same author, you don't even need credits. It's totally free. So if the narrator does not drive you crazy, you can get this on Audible for free. At least I could, if you have an Audible account, perhaps. So this is the first in a book series called the Red River of the North series. There are 7 books plus a prequel. So this is book 1, but there's like a a prequel that goes before this. I don't have that one yet, but I went ahead and got the Audible version since it was free. I wasn't crazy about the sound of the narrator, but I have this hard copy of it. So we're going to print out the cover and pop it right here. Going to use my HP Sprocket Select for that. Been keeping it in a planny pack, and it fits really well in here, and it keeps like all of the stuff together, like the charging cable and the extra photo paper. So if you're not familiar, a lot of you are if you've seen my videos before, but an HP Sprocket is a zinc printer, so it doesn't need any ink at all. It just uses this special paper, which is zinc paper, and it reminds me of like the old Polaroids, because you just see the image appear somehow. I don't really know how, but they call it zinc technology, and it's going to just come right out of this when I send the picture that I downloaded from the internet over to my HP Sprocket software. So here we are. That was super easy. This is the HP Sprocket Select, which prints a larger size than the original HP Sprocket, but that size is perfect for my Book of the Month cover. And that's about all I use the HP Sprocket for. And for my memory keeping in my planner, I want like smaller photos, and I've been using the Liene photo printer for that. I keep that one in a different planny pack. Both of these, by the way, are linked below if you want to check them out. This is the Liene photo printer, and the size of the print is just a little bit smaller, but there are lots of these little mini photo printers out there, and these are just two options. And so it's sticker paper that it prints on, and I put my book cover right here, and then I top it off with the header that says Book of the Month. I usually don't get that quite centered the way I want to, but that looks close enough for me. And as I said a little while ago, my financial tasks will go here. And it's basically just going to be a list of bills that I need to pay. And that looks a little bit upside down, but that's kind of the nature of this funny font that I'm using. You don't have to use it that way, but that's the way it goes actually. And then I'll use the little dots that I have here. By the way, I think in the September kit, I went ahead and put asterisks in all of them so that they match. We'll see how that goes. And I also standardized the size so that they're all the same size. We can go back into time lapse, and I will list my bill. Like, see, here's what I did. And I didn't like how some of them had asterisks and some of them didn't. So that's going to change for September. So I'm going to transfer all of these over. Give me just a sec. There we go. I really like how August looks compared to July, because I was sort of winging it there, and I realized the ones without the asterisks I had more of anyway, so I should have just started with the ones that didn't have asterisks. I mean, it's no huge deal. But anyway, let's go on now and do the new memory verses, which are going to go over here. And as I said before, I'm going to have verses that have to do with obedience. And I looked up the word obey on BibleGateway.com, and there are so many verses that I basically just started in the Old Testament, and I stuck with the Old Testament. All four are going to be from the Old Testament. So I'm going to have one Genesis, one Exodus, one, I think, Numbers, and one for Samuel. So let me go into time lapse to write the first one. Okay, this one is, and through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me. Genesis 22, verse 18. second one for August is now. If you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. And the third one is from Deuteronomy, not Numbers. When you are in distress and all these things have happened to you, then in later days you will return to the Lord your God and obey him. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 29. The last one is, but Samuel replied, does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as in obeying the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. Need some quotation marks there. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. Now I'm going to consolidate the stickers that I have left, and then we're going to tackle the events. Like that much better. So I'm going to throw away all of this stuff, and I won't have to keep shuffling between sheets this way. And the heart didn't fit, but that's okay. I'll just keep it on my finger for a minute. Okay, so I know how many event stickers I have, and I've got this deco that I haven't used yet. So what we're going to do now is I like to write my events down on the event stickers before placing them on the monthly spread. So I'm going to do that and be right back. This is great for now. In terms of my events, then I'm going to plot a couple of birthdays by doing something similar to what I did with the paydays. I'm going to take 2 of these balloons and just put them with a little birthday sticker. I'll show you up close. Like that. And then pop them down on the birthdays. And then I usually write the name of the birthday person somewhere with that. Okay. All right, so there's one event I don't know the date for. I'll come back and put that in later. So now let's go on over to the dashboard again. I'm going to write the prayer of the month off camera, but we can look at the challenge, the quote, and my memories. This is really going to be just saved for me to put photos on, but I know what my quote of the month is, and it is, "Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous." Albert Einstein. I'm going to purge my wardrobe. I've already started doing this. Purge my wardrobe and kind of refresh it for the new school year and get some kind of fun, different looks going for the new school year. So that's all I need to do on this page, and the prayer of the month, like I said, will be written off camera. So now the only thing left is some deco. I also forgot that on Mondays, that's my car care day, so I'll probably pop that down. And let's go into time lapse so I can think, and and I'll be right back. I think this is going to do it. Here is what the memory verse page looks like. This will be my washi scraps area. So as I'm doing planning during the month, I just put little scraps and it just makes a fun little collage. So that's what that will be. And then here's the month view and my prayer of the month, which I will write probably this evening. And then I look forward to printing out some photos for my memory area. And let me show you the size of photo we're talking about. I haven't finished this. I've only put one photo here, but that's actually going to be large for the type of photos that I'm talking about. I'm really looking at, like, there's a little bitty one right there. And here we go. I started making little collages so that my photos would be smaller and they would fit into some tight spots, and I could also do more with the one little sheet of photo paper. So anyway, that's what's going to go there, and I'm all set for August, and I really thank you for watching this and hanging out with me. I hope you have fun setting up your month. A new month is always fun because it's a fresh start, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.